Hey, on the lie detector test, you had mentioned that you still haven't got over the Shakur loss. Can you expand on that a little bit?
Well, I think as a winner, as someone that's always a competitor, you know, you always have the you always have your eyes on winning. So yeah, I think for me it was just using that as fuel, though. That's really what it is using that as fuel to not feel that feeling ever again. And just what do I do with that? Is work harder, train smarter, and really focus on what I've done this for to get me to the winning section, and just focus on that now. So I think I haven't letting it go because I'm using it as a motivator now.
There was a lot said on stage there. In your heart of hearts, do you believe that your level's above Rolly Romero?
I believe, yeah, you don't go into this thinking that someone else is better than you, right? So I believe that in my heart, I am the better fighter.
You've talked about becoming undisputed, and I saw you speak to Adrian Broner and Dean, and you were talking about Devin Haney will be the last one to find out about undisputed. Mm-hmm. Is there a danger there that you look maybe sometimes too far ahead, or is that just in the back of your mind?
I just rather put it in play. You know, I hear the rumors that Devin Haney is also going to be doing the same thing that we just did with the zone and signed directly to the zone. The rumors that we've heard, I think we all probably could know and say that it is possibly true. However, so I think that I'd rather just leave it like that, save the last.
You spoke a lot about friends fighting. We've heard obviously about Shakur saying he'll never fight a Keyshawn Davis. Do you think that's a problem with boxing, or do you understand why maybe two people just will choose not to fight?
I think there's a lot of problems in the sport of boxing. It's not just the friends and not fighting and stuff like that. But, you know, right now we're focused on this fight. We're focused on Rolando Romero and what we do from that, right? And it's all about make boxing great again, and it's about making the best fights happen. And, you know, he said it. Devin ducked him. Ryan Garcia ducked him in the rematch, and all these other guys, Pacquiao as well. So, obviously, Rolly's a tough competitor. The other guys, you know, can attest to that.
The fact that he knows you so well, do you feel obligated to sort of like mix up what you bring inside the ring on Saturday night?
Well, the last time we shared a ring, I think it was in 2019. So I think that, you know, those years have changed, you know, a lot of stuff in our techniques and everything. Obviously, we see more of a Rolly that's composed and selects. He has punch selections and everything like that. So for me, I think it's more so of what do I do? What do I use to engage with him on those levels? And I think that's where everyone's going to be expecting, and I look forward to seeing that Saturday night within myself.
Teo, you told us a couple of weeks ago you have aspirations of being, Olympian in 2028. So if you were to build a top 5 list of pro fighters, who would you bring for America's boxing dream team?
America's boxing dream team. Wow, as pros?
Yes, as pros.
Right now? Well, you definitely got to bring Shakur back. I think he's really good when it comes to the international boxing level. You have, now in all different weight classes, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Bam Rodriguez, Jesse Bam Rodriguez would be another excellent pick. We have Virgil Ortiz, another great pick. And then if I was to go down to I'm trying to get all the Americans, right? So, oh boy, that's good. This is good, by the way. Yeah, David Benavidez. Yeah, Mexican-American. I love that. Or American-Mexican. I love that. David Benavidez, thank you. Then I got one more myself, Teofimo. There we go.
Teofimo, what did Rolly say to you up there that felt like a flip switch, and you kind of got upset or got heated there? Obviously, it got better with the Prince song, but why? What did he say? What got you upset up there?
I think just the whole thing of like, I get it, it's jokes and everything. My son beats Lomachenko and everything, but you know, I don't think anyone has ever beaten Lomachenko the way we beat Lomachenko, and I think that we all could somewhat agree to that. So I just think that if you're making fun of something you do it, you know, have everybody else do it. I think it's not something to make fun of.
I saw your sister.
Why that kiss?
Because when we used to train around in the gym, a city boxing club over here in Vegas, he would just blast Prince all the time. That's his favorite artist. That's his favorite. That he is like the Prince, a reincarnation.
He said he didn't understand that. He thought you wanted to kiss him.
Oh no, he knows why. Because he used to pucker his lips and try to kiss me in the ring, man. He's a funny guy.
Teo, you dialed up the edge today and animosity. What was the purpose behind that? Do you think it rattled him at all? What was the purpose?
We just got to see where everybody's at right now. So we're ready to fight, honestly. This is a good moment right now. I think this is definitely why everyone should tune in. And more than everything, I think that knowing that we know each other very well, expect some technical fight, in there in between the rounds, but also very dominant performance between the two.
Tio, even in your biggest wins against Loma and Josh Taylor, you exchanged with those guys,
Yeah.
which, you know, both guys get hit if you're going to open up an exchange. How do you think you'll handle his punching power Saturday night?
Well, look, even Richard Comey, Richard Comey was the heaviest puncher at 135 in the lightweight division, and that was the first guy I came to for the world title. You know what I mean? And it's kind of like a full circle moment for me right now at 147. So it's just not get hit, really work on moving my head more
What
than
if
ever.
he does land?
And if he does land, bite on that mouthpiece. That's all we can do. It's a fight.
Tio, we know
you
that he
feel
hurt you
that?
in sparring. You said he already had you hurt in sparring. So how you feel about, banging it out right away once that bell rings?
I never heard that, but you know what I mean? Until we get to the fight and then we see where everything goes from there, that's the most important part. It's just once the bell rings, we see what we worked on in the gym and what both our coaches have given us the game plan to accomplish and succeed on.
Teofimo, a little different level of pressure because you are a fighter, now you're also a promoter, partnered with DAZN. Do you feel a little bit more pressure that you really have to show up and show out? And do you feel that more fighters are going to start trying to partner with DAZN like you have, as opposed to just fighting under the banner?
It's always best. I think some people didn't believe it was possible, but it is possible, and I'm thankful and grateful by DAZN and for all the stuff that I've done in the sport to make that actually show that it is possible. Now when it comes to the pressure of this, no. Just gotta go out there and make a win. Go out there and make some fun out of it. That's all.
Tio, can I ask you, some of your best performances have come where I feel like your back's maybe been against the wall. Before Lomachenko, even before Josh Taylor, there was still question marks over you. Do you go into this fight with that mentality of, back against the wall, let's see how I do? Is that how you look at this and sort of the whole world's against me, like your father said?
This is all second nature to me, really. So it's it's really what I come up to and what I come up with in my mind on what I want to show that night. You know what I'm saying? I think that I have a lot more to show in my skill sets, and I'm not even I'm just, if anything, entering my prime. So I think it's best to show my prime state now.
Is your
Two
father
more
the main
questions,
voice
guys.
in your corner? Because your interview on Ring was very, very impactful. Both of you really showed emotion, and you guys really spoke from the heart. Going into this fight, I know he's in your corner, but is he the main voice this time, or he's going to be?
Yeah, you're going to hear a little bit of both. You're going to hear Milton LaCroix, second in chief, but you're also going to hear my father as well. So they have a good communicating regimen, or so to speak. They know when to talk. That's all it is, right? So, and whenever I look over to my next coach, which is Bill LaCroix, he gives me the instructions that I need as well right before I leave.
When your father was
We'll
getting...
take the next question from last time.
Is there a rematch clause? No, not that I'm aware of.
You mentioned the importance of manifesting things. Have you already assessed your fights against Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney, and how you will do in those fights after this one?
Well, what I've manifested is just seeing all the belts already on the table for me, that I already did it. So it's just now just going through the steps. Really believing in it. When I faced Josh Taylor, I already felt the feeling before I got in the ring with him that I was the 2-division lineal world champion. To me, undisputed as well, but that's that feeling that you need to have to create it, to make it. Obviously believe in it, have the faith and hard work to it. I feel like now that's that time for me at 147.
It seems like people are taking shots at you for not finishing guys, for not knocking out guys. Do you feel like at 147 you're better equipped to do so? And can you expect a run of knockouts sometime as well?
That's the best thing to ask, and the best thing to do is just watch it, tune in, and I believe we still have tickets available. Come to the fight if you're here in Vegas or anywhere in the tri-states or in Arizona and stuff. So yeah, I think that will be shown Saturday night.
Tio, would you rather have a grudge match where it's a legendary match everybody's going to remember it, or would you rather have a perfect performance and a dominant performance where you're going to feel like you're dancing and flying in the van?
I've had both, and I'll say all of the above, man. I won't, as long as everyone's excited and happy to say that was an amazing fight, and I'm glad I got to see it and witness it, whether it's live or on the zone. That's the whole purpose of it.
One last question, guys, right here.
You mentioned Rolly winning those titles, interim titles, WBA. Is there a part of you that kind of feels offended that people consider him in the same league as you? You sounded offended. Do you feel offended by that?
No, sometimes people gotta just shut it down a little bit, on everything I've done, because it's not easy. You know, if they could do it, why haven't they? You know, I think that's the hardest thing about it. But it's just downplaying everything I already accomplished so far.
Theo, he
guys,
said,
that's it. Thank you very much.
he said throughout the build-up of this fight that you're his little brother. Does any part of you Saturday night, want to take satisfaction of showing when it comes to the boxing ring, I'm the big brother, not you?
I think it's perfect though. You know, sometimes the little brother really does want to take over the big brother. So that's all it is.
All right, guys, thank you.